How's it going, everyone? As always, God bless you and thank you for being here. So I know it's been a while since I've done an update. I had some stuff happen, which I'll explain here momentarily. I'm going to keep everything a little bit darker than usual. I got some Zoas down here I want to show off. The tank in person is more white than what you're actually seeing in the video, but I don't yet have a filter for my camera, so I did turn the blues up just a little bit. So it's a little bit darker, but it should work out okay. You guys should get the an idea of what kind of colors I've got going in the tank right now. I will be getting a filter soon, so then you guys can kind of see things for more of what they really are. So what happened was I watched some videos and I read a little bit of stuff online talking about how if you raise your alkalinity, you can increase coral growth, coral calcification, thus increasing coral growth and pumping out more corals in a shorter amount of time. So I increased my calcium to 11 and I kept everything else pretty standard. What ended up happening was I lost 2 heads of golden octospawn. I lost some bird's nest. I lost a Hollywood stunner chalice. What else did I lose? Some forest fire digi. So I lost, some pretty expensive coral in a pretty short amount of time. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that have high alkalinity and they keep high alkalinity for the accelerated coral growth, and they don't have these issues. So why did I have these issues? So here's what I've learned, you guys, through just trial and error, and you learn from your mistakes. If you want to run high alkalinity, don't run high alkalinity with a low nutrient system. I'm not saying it doesn't work, okay? I'm sure that there's people out there that have low nutrient systems and high alkalinity. It didn't work for me, okay? Because of the low nutrients and the high alkalinity, the coral skeleton was growing faster than what the tissue could grow to keep up. So I don't know if the technical terminology is RTN for that, but I just had some sort of tissue die off. The skeleton outgrew the tissue, and then it just got worse from there, and then eventually everything just burned right up. It's just the high alkalinity just fried everything. So what I'm doing now is I'm just running stable parameters, normal alkalinity 7.8 to 8, calcium of, 450, magnesium 1400, pH 8.3, 8.4, and I'm just rolling with that. I'm not gonna add any additives. I'm not gonna do any alkalinity spikes or anything like that. I'm just gonna leave everything alone. I'm using just the normal Red Sea salt, which mixes up to a alkalinity that's very, very similar to seawater, and that's what I'm running with. Now, as far as what I have currently in the tank, I just went to a frag swap that was kind of close by to where I live. It was only about 45 minutes away. It's the first one I'd ever been to, and it was a great experience. I met some really cool people. It wasn't a huge show, but it was awesome to be there. I got a lot of Zoas. That's actually what I was looking forward to at that, was Zoas. I know Zoas probably aren't the hot thing right now. Everybody's into bounce mushrooms and, probably some other types of wild SPS. I know Zoas probably aren't the thing right now, but I've always loved Zoas. So I got a majority of Zoas when I was there. And then I also picked up a few mushrooms because I didn't have any mushrooms in the tank. I'll kind of go over what it is that I have currently. My flow in the tank is changing up right now, and it's really about the time that my light should be shutting off. So some of my coral's starting to close up, but you guys will get a general idea. So we'll start over here. These are actually the only corals besides my Blastos and my what were they? My ultra rock flower anemones that survived when I was running the high alkalinity. My 2 open brain corals here. So they're doing great. They're getting bigger, fatter, fluffier, whatever you want to call it. They're doing really good. Great color on both of them. And my Blastos up there. Pictures don't do it justice, unfortunately, just because I don't have that filter on the phone yet. But they're looking pretty good. They're nice and full and filled out. There's multiple heads on them. They look nice and meaty and healthy, so no issues with them. And then here's one of the ultra rock flowers down here. I've got another one. This fighting conch has actually buried it. It's right to the left of it. It kind of reminds me of like a Hawaiian flower. Like the center's kind of orangey red, and then it's bright yellow, and it's got like a fluffy white skirt on it. It's really pretty. Another one is right here tucked in the rock. Again, you can't really see the color very well on it. It's yellow, pinkish orange in the center with a grayish skirt. And then I do have another one back behind this rock that's more of a pink. So here's what I learned about rock flowers, you guys. It's not that they're necessarily hard to take care of. It's just put them on the rocks, as their name suggests. I actually put mine in the sand bed, and what ended up happening was they burrowed down in the sand bed, stuck their foot to the bottom of the glass, and now a majority of them I don't even see anymore because they spend most of their time buried. Every once in a while, they'll pop up through the sand, they'll show their colors off, and then, you know, they might be gone for a few days. I don't know if that's normal, typical behavior of them or what. This guy up here on the rock actually detached himself from the bottom of the glass, and he was stuck to another one of my corals, so I was able to get him off and I put him on the rock, and he's been happy there ever since. So I started a Zoa garden. This is what I've got rolling right now for those. Again, once I get the filter for the camera, I'll redo some of these and the colors should be better. But we've got some Rastas over there on the left. Above the Rastas, we've got some Fruit Loops. Down below the Rastas, we've got some Bam Bams. To the right of the Bam Bams, we've got some scrambled eggs. Up kitty corner from there, we have, I believe those are Hand of Midas or King Midas. Right up above them is some Utter Chaos. Up above those are LA Lakers. Up above them, that's a no name. I'm not sure what these are, but they're gorgeous. They're bright blue in the center. Bright orange dot, and then a green skirt. They're really pretty. And then this large colony here of Pallies, I'm not really sure what they are, but they look like, if I had to describe them, if you guys have ever seen like a good picture of like the Milky Way or a galaxy, a starry galaxy, that's kind of what these look like. Now when I say that, I don't mean like as in a coral name, starry galaxy. I mean, like if you were to actually look up in the sky and you saw like a nice cluster of stars, that's kind of what these look like. They're kind of sparkly, splotchy all over. I don't know, that's just kind of what it reminds me of, is like a starry night or something. They're really cool. They've got greens and oranges and purple and, you know, kind of a light blue teal color through them. I don't know what the heck they are, but they're cool. Some type of a mushroom over here. It's more of a bronzishy, orangish red than what this is showing. Got another mushroom over here. This guy is a bright red. He's really cool. Bright orangish red. It's kind of like a burnt orange, really. And then I've got an Iron Man mushroom over here. This guy's actually got really, really good coloration compared to some of the things I've seen online. Again, it's kind of hard to tell in the photos or the video here, but it's a real kind of just goldeny, like a dark gold, bronzy, brassy color. It's really neat. And then I've got a jack-o'-lantern over here. I wish we could see a little bit more of the orange, but the way that blue reflects off this camera, it's not the best, but that is a jack-o'-lantern. It's bright orange with yellow eyes. So that's what I'm rolling with right now. I definitely learned my mistakes, and I'm just kind of going from there and hoping to improve from here. I'm going to grow these guys out and just add more as time goes on. So if you guys have any questions or anything, just feel free to drop them down below. I'm not exactly master reefer. I've made my mistakes and I own to them, but now that I know what not to do as far as my parameters go, I'm just going to kind of let things set and see how it grows out. I'm feeding Reefroids. I do a polyp booster by Polyp Labs, and then I'm also doing A and B supplementation from Red Sea, which is their amino acid carbohydrates line. So I'll let you guys know how that turns out as well, and I hope to have some other coral in here soon. All right, guys, take care. God bless. See ya.